We've all been there. You're sitting on your couch at home, scrolling on your phone through pictures of dogs dressed in human clothing, and you realize that your pup could really use a retro jean jacket embroidered with a Bengal tiger. You find a potential that could work out. You get to the website, but it won't load. Pop-ups. You're hit with all these pop-ups. You can't even scroll down the page. You throw your phone in a fit of rage. That jean jacket for pork chop's gonna have to wait. Now imagine if that happened with someone who was searching for your book. Unacceptable. Having a website that's not mobile friendly in today's world can and will cost you sales. But fortunately, with a little bit of prep work, you can avoid that situation entirely and be ready to seize every mobile opportunity that comes your way. So today on Lulu University, we're talking about how to optimize your author website for mobile. We now live in a world where the majority of internet searches are done on a mobile device rather than a desktop. E-commerce sales have grown massively and continue to rise. So it's clear that if your site is not optimized for mobile users, your sales will suffer. And we don't want you to suffer. We love you. So let's look at a few steps we can take to make sure you're reaching the right customers at the right time with the right experience. First things first, test your website to make sure Google finds it mobile friendly by using Google's mobile friendly test. Just enter your site's URL and Google will let you know if your site is easy to use on a mobile device. It will also give you page loading issues that you can view in detail. Don't forget, another valuable tool in testing your website's usability is trying it out on multiple devices. So grab your mom's iPad or get your friend's Android. See if the design is consistent throughout, if the navigation works, if the text is readable, and make sure the experience is great no matter what device you're on. Number 2, user-responsive design. So if you've created your website using a popular platform such as WordPress or Squarespace, you may have heard of this. So responsive design just means that your website will be automatically formatted or reformatted based on the device it's viewed on, so the experience is consistent throughout. So if you are using or creating your website from scratch, it's good to pick a theme from a website like themeforest.com because most of the options available there are going to have this included, but just be sure to keep an eye out for it. Number 3, improve your site's mobile speed. So page load times will play a huge factor in how your site ranks for mobile. Optimizing your site for speed will help keep your bounce rates low and improve user experience. Test your site's mobile speed by using Google's Mobile Speed Test tool. Just enter your URL into the tool and Google will scan your website to let you know how long it will take to load on a mobile device. You can also view detailed information about how your page stacks up to the competition and how you can shave seconds off of your load time. If you find you have some work to do, there are a ton of free and simple solutions out there to help your site perform better. Number 4, eliminate or redesign pop-ups. We all hate them. Come on. Pop-ups are terrible. But they do remain a very effective way of getting your visitors' attention. So it's recommended to keep pop-ups to an absolute minimum, but the ones that you do have, be sure that they adhere to Google's guidelines. Pop-ups must be as non-obstructive as possible, meaning they should only cover a small fraction of the screen. This next one is probably my favorite, but they must be easy to close. So keep those X's clearly visible and decently sized. Pop-ups containing essential information are exempt. So these would include login dialog boxes, age verifications, or cookie notices. Number 5, enable AMP. Google's Accelerated Mobile Pages project helps turn your site into a more friendly mobile experience. They do this by reviewing the content and stripping out any unnecessary media files or advanced layouts, and then serving this up on mobile devices. There's a lot that goes into it, but fortunately, we don't need to know all the technical details. To get started with your own AMP, you can use an AMP plugin on whatever site hosting platform you're using. So another nice thing about this is that you can change the appearance of the site, which gives you more control over how your website is experienced on a mobile platform. Number 6, optimize titles and meta descriptions. So be sure that your titles, URLs, and meta descriptions are optimized for mobile. There's a lot less space on a mobile screen, so be sure that you are concise without sacrificing any important information. Number 7, use schema.org structured data. So don't be scared off by this last one. Using schema.org structured data is a way to enhance the rich snippets that are displayed beneath the title on a search results page. And improving your rich snippets is a great way to stand out amongst results. For example, here are two search results for the same book. The first one just includes the title and meta description. The second one includes the publisher, page count, and ratings as well in the rich snippets. So looking at these, you can see that including more information and enhancing your rich snippets can really help you stand out. If this sounds appealing, you can generate the code needed to create different rich snippets using Google's structured data markup. You can also learn more about how to use structured data through this tool. This might seem a little overwhelming at first, but putting in the work to make sure that your site is mobile friendly will be a huge help to you in the long run. So if you have any questions on this, leave it in the comments below, hit like, hit subscribe. We'll see you next time.